Okay, this is video 11. So I had just gotten married to my wife after knowing her in person for 20 days. We had just enough gas money to get from Florida up to Wilmington, North Carolina, where I got a job for a month doing tree work. And then we got enough money to get back um, to upstate New Hampshire where we lived. And the first couple of months were kind of hard just getting to know each other because we were strangers. And then me moving into her house, and then we had two kids, Emmett, who was 6, and Olivia, who was 3. And, but we tried to make the best of it, and her mom and my wife's mom and stepdad didn't really like me. They were nice to my face, but they would do things behind my back. And I had this trusting attitude, but my wife kept telling me, don't trust her, Anyway, so one day she calls my wife, do you know that your husband believes in polygamy? And Kim was like, yeah, but like, so did the early church leaders, and so does God, so what's your point? Like, yeah, I believed in it, but I wasn't going to go out and do it, like, unless the church said that that's what God wanted us to do, and then get revelation on it, But, yeah, I believe things that I've studied out, and the thing about me is, for all those years, between 1997 and 2006, I was a madman studying everything I could get my hands on. Every church document, every newspaper, every book, including early church stuff and fundamentalist stuff, because I was introduced to Ogden Kraut's works in 2001, I think. Maybe it was 2000. I don't know. It was 2000 something. Anyway, but I knew all this stuff, but I kept it to myself because, people in the church aren't ready to know things. Like, we can't talk about those things because people are on the ABC level of the gospel, and, like, I know it's true, but they're not ready for it, Anyway, so long story short, like, we're going to church up in Vermont where our branch was, and everything's going all right. And I get a call, and the stake president wants to meet me. Never met this man before in my life. I couldn't tell you what his name is, and I couldn't tell you even what he looks like. I met him one time. Somebody had told him about my experiences and about how I believed in polygamy and I believed in the Adam God doctrine. And so he opened up with, do you believe in the Adam God doctrine? Yeah, I do, And that made him upset. Like, and I didn't even realize that was like a bad thing to believe in, I didn't realize that that they don't, like, hey, guess what? Brigham Young is a true prophet, but and the prophet can never lead you astray except where we don't agree with them, and then he can lead you astray. Like, okay, whatever. Anyway, he wanted to know about my experiences. I told him about my experiences. I told him, because he was getting very upset, red in the face, whatever, and I'm like, I'm just going to be truthful. I'm not going to lie to this guy, So anyway, I was like, look, I wrote President Hinckley about my 1995 experience, and they believed it. And President Hinckley sent L. Tom Perry to come interview me, which that happened in 2004. About this whole experience. And, like, I gave them the archive numbers because they archived my letters. and they gave me copies of them. It says archive. There's two different archive numbers, and there's like stamps, Office of the First Presidency, email, different things. Anyway, so, and I said, hey, L. Tom Perry, just write him a letter. Ask him about me. Like, he knows these things. They believe them. And he said that I was a bald-faced liar, and I was going to be excommunicated, like hostile stake president. Okay, so we leave. I had a job driving a truck in Brockton, Massachusetts, because there's no jobs anywhere near where we live. And then I got a job driving out of Hartford, Connecticut for FedEx. Well, I was over the road for FedEx. I get this notification that they're going to have my trial on a certain date. And I called them. I said, I'm over the road as a truck driver. I can't make it home by that date. And they said it didn't matter if I attended, that I would be excommunicated anyway. Which is against the rules, but who cares about the rules, right? Because I'm a horrible apostate who's had these experiences, and I believe in the Adam God doctrine. Anyway, so I am so upset during this time. And my shelf was starting to break in the LDS church, because I found out right before that Wilford Woodruff was a keynote speaker at the Bohemian Club the night before he was murdered, or he died, in San Francisco. And I couldn't believe it when I found it out, and I looked up and I researched it, and I found 3 newspaper articles about it. And I thought to myself, the Bohemian Club is Illuminati Satanists. Why is a prophet of God being a keynote speaker at the Illuminati Bilderberg group, Bohemian Grove, Bilderberg? They're all tied in together, Illuminati. And that already got me screwed up. You know what? And just breaking my shelf. I knew all this other stuff, but that's really what screwed me up. Anyway, and then I'm like facing excommunication at a trial I can't get to. And I was like upset, very upset, crying to God. Why is this happening to me? I am trying to be obedient. I've done what you've asked me to do, and now I'm being excommunicated for this stuff. Why? I don't understand. I was so upset. And I was praying to him and crying, and he came to me and he said, kneel down before me and ask me who you are. And I did. And he told me who I am. And I'm going to talk about that in the next video.